Your person is struggling in silence. They are carrying something heavy that they have not been able to share with you yet. They have a message for you, but fear and confusion have kept their mouths closed. There are deep issues they are wrestling with, and there is confusion in their heart about a situation that feels like a triangle. But before you jump to conclusions, before you let your mind create stories that are not true, you need to hear what the angels are revealing about what is really happening. Because the truth is not what it might appear to be on the surface. Let me tell you their story. Let me show you what they're going through and help you understand the message they desperately want you to receive. Your person has been thinking about you constantly. You have occupied their thoughts in a way that both comforts and terrifies them. They recognize in you something special, something different, something that their soul has been searching for. When they are around you, or even when they just think about you, they feel a peace that they do not feel anywhere else. They see in you qualities that they have been praying for. Your faith, your character, your kindness, the way you treat others, the light that seems to emanate from your spirit. All of this has captured not just their attention, but their heart. But they are struggling because there is a complication. Not the kind of complication that involves wrongdoing or deception, but a complication nonetheless. There is another person in the picture. Someone from their past, or someone who has expressed interest in them. Someone whose family has approached their family. Someone who on paper seems like a suitable match. Someone who their parents might favor because of family connections or social standing or other worldly considerations. And your person finds themselves caught in what feels like a triangle even though their heart has already made its choice. This other person is not who they want. This other person does not make their heart come alive the way you do. This other person does not inspire them to be better, to pray more, to grow closer to God. This other person represents duty or obligation or what others expect. But you represent what their soul truly desires. You represent the answer to their private prayers. You represent the future they actually want to build, but they are struggling with how to communicate this to their family, how to honor their parents while also being honest about what their heart knows to be true, so they suffer in silence. They smile when expected to smile. They participate in conversations about this other person when required, but inside they are torn apart. Inside, they are praying desperately for God to make a way. Inside, they are asking for the courage to speak their truth. Inside, they are hoping that you will somehow understand what they're going through without them having to explain it. Inside, they are terrified that while they are dealing with this complication, you will think they do not care about you, and you will move on with someone else. Their message to you, if they could find the words and the courage to say them, would sound like this: please wait for me. Please do not give up on what we have. Please understand that I am fighting a battle right now that I cannot fully explain. Please know that you are the one I want, even if circumstances make it look otherwise. Please pray for me as I navigate this difficult situation. Please trust that God brought us together for a reason, and that same God will make a way for us if we are patient and faithful. The deep issues they are struggling with go beyond just this triangle situation. They also deal with their own fears and insecurities. They are questioning whether they are good enough for you. They see your light, and they worry about their own darkness. They see your strength of faith, and they feel ashamed of the times they have been weak in theirs. They see how good you are, and they wonder if they could ever deserve someone like you. These doubts are not based in reality. You are not perfect, and they are not as flawed as they think they are. But these are the lies that the enemy whispers to them in their moments of weakness. They are also struggling with the pressure of expectations. Their family has certain hopes for them. Their community has certain standards. There are people watching and judging and offering opinions. And your person is caught between living for God's approval and living for people's approval. They know in their heart that choosing you would be choosing what is right, but they fear the disappointment or resistance they might face from people whose opinions they have been taught to value. This internal conflict is exhausting them. It is why they seem distant, sometimes even though their heart is completely with you. Here is what the angels want you to know about this situation. First, this triangle is temporary. What God has ordained, no human complication can permanently block. If you and this person are truly meant to be together, God will remove every obstacle, including this other person, from the equation. He will soften the hearts of parents. He will open doors that seem closed. He will make clear to everyone involved what His will is. Your job is not to fight or force or manipulate. Your job is to pray and to trust and to give God space to work. Second, this struggle they're going through is actually part of their preparation. God is using this difficult situation to teach them important lessons. He is teaching them to stand up for what they know is right even when it is hard. He is teaching them to trust Him over people's opinions. He is teaching them to fight for what matters. He is teaching them to value you enough to be willing to face discomfort for you. When they come through this struggle, and they will come through it, they will be a stronger, more mature person. And your relationship with them will be stronger because it will have been tested and proven before it even fully began. Third, you need to protect yourself during this time. While they are working through their struggle, you cannot put your life on hold indefinitely. You cannot wait forever for someone who might never find the courage to choose you publicly. You need to continue living, continue praying, continue staying open to God's will. If this person is meant for you, God will make it happen. But if they are not, God needs to find you available and ready to receive the person who actually is meant for you. So set a boundary in your heart. Pray for clarity. Ask God to show you clearly whether this person's struggle is temporary or whether it is a sign that they are not the right one for you. Fourth, do not engage in anything that is not halal while this person sorts out their situation. If they are technically in some kind of arrangement or conversation with this other person, you need to respect that boundary. You cannot be secretly communicating with them in ways that would be inappropriate. You cannot be their emotional support in a way that crosses Islamic boundaries. If they need to end things with the other person first, they need to do that cleanly and completely before pursuing you. God will not bless a union that begins with deception or boundary violations, even if the feelings between you are genuine. The message your person wants you to receive is this: I am struggling, but I have not given up. I am confused about how to navigate this situation, but I am not confused about what I want. I am afraid, but I am also hopeful. I need time, but I also need you to know that you matter to me. I cannot make promises right now because I do not know how this will resolve, but I can tell you that I am praying for courage, praying for clarity, praying for God to make a way if this is His will, praying that you will understand, praying that when I finally break free from this struggle, you will still be there. What should you do with this message? First, pray for them. Pray that God give them wisdom and courage. Pray that He remove confusion and replaces it with clarity. Pray that He protects them from making decisions based on fear or pressure. Pray that he guides them to what is truly best. Second, be patient but not foolish. Give them reasonable time to sort this out, but do not wait forever for someone who is not willing to choose you clearly. Third, stay in prayer about your own path. Keep asking God what he wants for you. Stay open to his guidance, even if it leads in a different direction than you expected. And fourth, trust that whatever happens is for your good. If this person works through their struggle and comes to you with clear intention and their family's blessing and everything done properly, then praise God for answered prayers. But if they do not, if they ultimately choose the other person, or if the situation drags on without resolution, then trust that God is protecting you from something that was not actually good for you despite how it felt. God's protection sometimes looks like unanswered prayers. Sometimes he says no because he has something better waiting. Sometimes he closes one door because he needs both your hands free to open another door. Your person is struggling in silence. Their message to you is full of hope and fear and love and confusion. The deep issues they're dealing with are real and complex. The triangle situation is causing them genuine distress. But none of this means your story together is over. It might just mean your story is being refined by fire before it can truly begin. So pray, trust, wait with wisdom, and let God write the ending to this chapter in a way that brings glory to him and good to everyone involved.